Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon to new moon, March into April 2022? I am your reader. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi, my crab cakes. Shadow time during a war. I mean, there's always been war on planet Earth in some way, shape, or form, but being the situation that's going on in Ukraine and in Europe and really affecting the entire world, what better time for the mystics, for the healers, for the witches, the incarnate angels here to do some shadow work to help influence things for the better. If you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon from full to new, March to April. Let's look at that real quick. Full moon in Virgo, Friday, March 18th, 3:17 a.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. Then the releasing, the letting go, the forgiving, the alchemy, the shadow work, to boop, 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 boop. shrinking, to the new moon in Aries, Friday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2:24 a.m. So you can wake up that morning, depending on your timeline, your time zone, do a little new moon intention work for yourself, a little new moon magic. First sign Aries, magic for the self on a Friday, day of Venus. It could be a really, really good day for self-love, but the 2 weeks building up to that is about clearing it out, clearing the space, lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace. So it is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs either to get more clues, tips, and hints about the situation we're about to look at, or another one running concurrently, because we all have more than one thing going on. And just to put the very fine point upon it, as one of us heals, all of us heal. So since I have no direct political or financial power to do anything about what's going on in Ukraine, as a witch, as a healer, as an incarnated angel, the Archangel of Lyons, I am doing the best that I can to heal me and help others heal. Yeah, maybe we jump timelines. I don't know. Let's find out. That being said, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can during this tremulous, treacherous, crazy time on planet Earth. But when has it ever not been so in some way, shape, or form? Let's do our bit. Please take a nice deep breath. I know, a little serious. We'll see what cards hit the table. I just did the Gemini read, and that was a gas, so just going with the vibe. But of course, you are a water sign and probably an empath, so you're probably feeling everybody's everything. Breathe. And starting with the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please, what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, affecting all of their energy field, right? It's downloading the soul lessons to be learned to go from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. This full to new March into April 2022. No, one more time around. I get there are 2 that could work, but that's good to know. Leave the card in my hand, please, for the Cancerian collective. The eternal child. All right. Survival family archetype, 9 different families. Everybody has the 4 archetypes in The Survival Family of Archetypes, Carolyn Mace, Sacred Contracts, Life-Changing Work. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. You can find thousands of YouTubes of her talking about it on here as well as other people talking about her work. That's how influential she's been. And I adore her. Everybody has the child, the victim, victor, the saboteur, empowerer, and the prostitute. Everybody has a child archetype because we were all children. It's how we learn how to survive. But not everybody has the eternal child. It's a sub-pattern. You have the nature child, the magical child, the orphan child, the wounded child. There's a bunch. A whole pantheon unto itself. The shadow indicates the shadow work being done. The light, what you're shooting for. The hidden gold within the lead. And the last card down is the Blessed Bee that shows the hidden blessing. If you, of your own free will, choose to do the shadow work. No guarantees. Nobody gets a guarantee. Not once you're in the game. Oh, you'll learn. There's the guarantee. The shadow attribute. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. Now, I have a good touch of the divine, the eternal child. It's Peter Pan. Sorry, it's the eternal child, not the divine child. The eternal child is Peter Pan. I won't grow up. I don't want to wear a tie or a serious expression in the middle of July, which I don't blame them on that point. If growing up means it should be beneath my dignity to climb a tree, I'm not so into climbing trees, but sorry. Little Peter Pan vibe there. I'm more of a Wendy. The light attribute you're shooting for here, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, and ability to see the world with fresh eyes, which is really hard right now. Now, regardless of sub-pattern, the child archetype is about innocence and safety. If a child does not feel safe, it's not going to act so innocent. Right? It's going to scream, it's going to tantrum, it's going to freak out. If a child does feel safe, it's open for everything. It has innocent eyes, right? And who's feeling completely safe through all of this? I mean, maybe physically, I'm in New York, but vibrationally, the threats that seem to be in the air on so many different levels. Let's keep going. The next 4 chakras, the crown, the throat, the third eye, and the heart, the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart. We use Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist deck, a goddess-based deck to get the internal, the yin-ternal, the feminine energy, the goddess energy, your divine feminine, whatever you want to call it, that will be receiving the info from the 8th chakra, and this is where really the shadow work begins, right? The internal world, throat chakra, only you can choose to do it. Breathe. Only you can choose to do it for yourself. You can't do it for somebody else. You can do it with them. You can't do it for them. So I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please. 1 card in clarity. My goddesses 3. What's going on? Heart, third eye, crown for the Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. With the eternal child in the 8th chakra, considering Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. Maybe some inner child work here might be helpful. What you got for them? This full to new conflict. 4 wands. Well, 4 flames. In the traditional tarot, right away we see the 4 of wands as a card of engagement and wedding and all of that stuff. It is a foundation of 4, for sure. 4s are about rest and stability to an extent before you go into the 5. Not so much in this card. The artwork in this card, we have 1 dragon and 2 archers facing each other. In other words, they're attacking each other with the same fire. Now, this is heart, throat, third eye, crown, internal world. So this is a conflict of will. This is a conflict of what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart's desire. And I can give you a really good example. I really want to travel the world and get out there and party. I want to go to Cherry Grove. I want to go to the Pines. I want to... But the world right now, right? 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. Talk to the child. Talk to the child. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. It's tricky. And that doesn't mean you throw the eternal child baby out with the bathwater either. Just like, fuck it, go out there. There is shadow work. Now, if you are an empath, how many people are feeling that exact same conflict in different ways, right? Maybe not all about pandemic life, post-pandemic life. Here in New York, we no longer have the mask mandates indoors. I still carry one with me because you never know, right, where you're walking into, if there's a sign on the door that requires it to have it. We can be respectful. We can be that innocent child. We can be that caring, compassionate, and be young about it and have fun, but walk this world with more of a sense of safety. But we got to resolve this conflict. That's on the inner. What's on the outer? Lower 3 chakras, the mythic tarot, the masculine energy, the yang, the outside stuff. You from the outside looking in, you from the inside looking out, but lower 3 chakras are relationship based in the world, right? Your relationship to tribes, groups, circles of people, nationalities, bands, right? Like I wonder if I'm still on their roster. I used to be a member of the Bad Reputation Nation, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts back in the 80s, right? All of our groups and associations. Second chakra, one-on-one relationship to another person or thing. Solar plexus chakra, your relationship to yourself, your honor code, your boundaries, your self-esteem, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Let's see what hits the table for this eternal child in you. Breathe. Because a Cancerian nurturing their mothers to begin with, regardless of gender, if they can really learn to nurture and love that child within them, they have a key to eternal youth. And I have to say, at 53 years old, I don't look at thanks, I started doing inner child work back in college in the 80s. Yeah, go watch my, go look at my community page here on YouTube. Throwback Thursday pics. All right, breathe. As I call upon, see, we can lighten it up. We can get a higher perspective here. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading with the eternal child in the 8th chakra, 4 of flames, conflict on the inner. What's that conflict about on the outer, or how are they looking through this? Lower 3 chakras, this full to new. This is good. The 3 wands on the outer, double whammy of fire. The only 2 tarot cards we're using here of the 7 card draw. So there is a waiting. There is a loyalty reevaluation going on here. Maybe looking at your priorities in terms of, well, there's this thing that I want, and I'm willing to wait for it, but how much am I willing to wait for it? What are my priorities here? Where do my ultimate loyalties lie? And for a child, a literal child, we're not talking about literal children. My channel is 18 and over. I'm not interested in reading anybody under 18 years old, no offense. With parental consent, like plenty of parents have said, will you read my child? I'm like, well, you got to sit in on the reading. Sorry. Right, I'm not going there. Particularly like on Zoom or whatever. Like I want them to know. But I talk to adults here. I'm an adult. My clients are adults. So to understand that part of you that might not feel so safe, that unable to protect themselves in this world, and that's been at a maximum since COVID hit, then it really is about, well, 3 of Wands, a solid foundation of loyalty, of values, of what it is that you want and what you're willing to wait for and what you're not. Yeah. Let's get you a healing mantra to help with this stuff, the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck, to kind of align those chakras and shift the energy. That's a mantra is something only you can do for yourself. Yes, other people can pray and chant and cast for you. But this stuff starts at home, within. Breathe. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because this is way too general still at this point with only 3 cards down, so please make it specific for the Cancer collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading with the perfect healing mantra to help them do the shadow work, the healing work, the alchemy from lead to gold of the eternal child in the 8th chakra, 4 of flames, conflict, 4 of wands on the inner, 3 of wands on the outer, pledging loyalty, but to whom, to what, to themselves. Only they can know that in a general read, so clarify it like a laser beam for my Cancerians. What will help them heal this full to new? Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. Now, I know, love and light. I mean, people have been saying that since the 80s. You know, people who are like, it takes more than just saying love and light. I completely agree. But I'm a mystic. I spend a lot of time in prayer. I pray in between every reading. I watch the news, cry my eyes out while I'm praying, particularly now. So, you know, this is a unity consciousness thing. I am one eternal light. The light is always within me. Sorry, that's a different one. The light is always within me. The eternal light of the eternal child. It's always within all of us. That's why this isn't an affirmation. This is a truth of the soul. The light is always within me. So you want to anchor light. You want to be a light worker, right? You want to channel down the higher powers. You want to draw down the gods. I do. The archangels, you bet. They love me. I'm the fun one. Well, this is how you do it. The light is always within me. When you anchor the light, you are accepting the infinite life force of the universe as your guardian, navigator, and companion. What else does an inner child like this need? If it feels unable to grow up and be responsible, right? To have a navigator, a protector, a guardian, a companion. As you anchor the light, you are no longer a person trying to find the deeper meaning of connection. Instead, you know yourself to be a living expression of connection, simply appearing in human form. We are all one. It's not a new thought. It's a sacred truth that's always been the truth, whether we agree with it or not. So whatever this conflict is inside of you, I think this card shows us the mirroring, right? Two exact same archers, right? If you could see the card Four Flames online and look it up, you'll see what I mean. Fueled by one fire. That we are all one. But that is a level of consciousness. Just having the thought is not enough. Oh, we're all one, we're all one. People say we're all connected. I'm like, we're not connected, we're all one. There's a difference. Connection implies separation. If everyone were to do their part on that, really living that, it would change things. Because you can't go to war. Well, you can go to war at yourself. Shadow work is very much that. So, as we resolve these wars within ourselves, holographically, one would think, it would help heal the world. Balance and peace. This mantra is ideal for overcoming fear, you think, reducing cravings, and making important life decisions that maybe you're in conflict. Spit, swallow, or chew. I always choose chew if I don't know whether to spit or swallow. Let's just leave that conversation for another time. The higher selves of all involved. Whispers of Love Oracle. All involved. Don't know if there are other people involved here. They may be, and if they are, expect them to be putting their 2 cents into this, their higher selves. Breathe. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading to help them alchemize that child archetype, healing that inner conflict. 4 flames on the inner with 3 of wands on the outer. Perhaps not charging forward, but getting their priorities in order as they anchor the light. Because the light is always within them. Even when we don't see it, even when we don't believe it, even in the darkest dark night of the soul, which the world is going through, collective dark night, the light is always within them and always within us. There is only one. There can be only one. What is the whisper of love for the crab cakes, beloved higher selves, to help them with this full to new March, April 2-2. Ask for help. ask for help. That eternal child, to ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Wow. There it is. I need help resolving this conflict. One foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. I want to, but I dream for that, but physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but where's your butt? Which chakra is got your butt in it? Maybe all of them, maybe some of them, but the light is always within you. This can be healed, but you gotta ask for health and health. Why not? Maybe horizontally, you to other people or persons, another person. Maybe vertically. I always it takes me a second to remember which is which. Right, horizon. You look out over the horizon. So vertically with the divine. Regardless, what do you need help with? And we can probably list a million things, right, in terms of day to day. But in terms of this conflict, I need help getting clear. I need help setting my boundaries. I need help feeling that light within me. Maybe feeling safe. The divine animals oracle, the spirit animals and totems. Let's see who walks with you and helps you with the shadow work. Breathe. Still point. As I call to the spirit animals and totems for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, helping them with the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power they need, doing the shadow work, this eternal child, conflict on the inner, Three of Wands on the outer. The light is always within them, anchoring the light while they learn how to ask for help. Who helps them now on the path of true love? On this waning moon, I just got my readings crossed. Please, who walks with them with this shadow work? Who is helping them? This full to new March, April 2. The fruit bat. The flying fox. You flying fox, you. Card number 12, kindness. From an eternal child. That kindness, see things with fresh eyes, determination to remain young in body and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes, with kindness. You big fruit bat. I was a teenage fruit bat. Yeah, I kind of was. Well, fruit cat. Card number 12. Let's see what Stacy DeMarco has to say about the bat of fruit. The fruit bat, flying fox. Flying fox, kindness. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts, spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. The kindness of an eternal child. The magic. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured through them eating the seeds and pooping them out in a lovely little magic trick called guano, which is literally bat shit. That's just bat shit. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness and or fertility. Well, if there is a creativity, a money issue, something like that, that Three of Wands, that sort of thing that you're waiting for, moving towards, may feel like you can only be, well, right, what is the word we're looking here? Extreme dependency on others for physical security. Well, that can play itself out in terms of living paycheck to paycheck. In other words, it doesn't have to be so very literal. Not that there's anything wrong with living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, the majority of people on the planet do. We'll just go there. But to talk to that child, right? Because there might be something that it is that you really want to do, but you can't because of a survival issue. And to talk to that child has probably been trying to get your attention. Here's your opportunity to be kind. First to that child, the light is always within me. My darling, no matter what the shadow may be, there is light in there. It is always within me. But you have to make the choice. You have to make the priority at some point in your life to let those voices be heard without them burning down the village and running the show. Making toxic choices. Shadow possession. Last card down. The hidden blessing, as I said, the mystical Celtic blessing cards. To Enrich and Empower, Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. As up and upbeat and fun as I try and keep the readings, we do the blessings for real here on Join the Circles channel, which is me, essentially. So let's ask the Pantheon of the Pantheons, what is this hidden gold in this lead, the blessing that you may not see unless you choose to do the shadow work? Breathe. Still point. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, all lineages, traditions, and cultures. One card in clarity for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the hidden blessing? And what is the blessing that we can convey to them at the end of this spread, right? What can we do? What can we give them? Where is the gold hidden in this lead as they alchemize the eternal child conflict on the inner, Three of Wands on the outer, anchoring the light is always within them, but asking for help, getting clear on what it is they really need help with, and asking with kindness. The fruit bat, the flying fox, please leave the card in my hand. What is the hidden blessing for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, this full to new, March, April 2-2. A blessing on your intuition. A blessing on your intuition, which is gorgeous. This whole deck is gorgeous. Ooh, she got an owl there next to her. It's so cute. I love this. I love this deck. Really, everything Blue Angel Publishing has put out that I've bought, I have loved. A blessing on your intuition, card number 8. Oh, and you're a Cancerian. Right. Right. Come on, you. A blessing on your sleep, a blessing on your senses, a blessing on your intuition. Let's see if we can have fun with this. Please take a nice deep breath. Pantheons of pantheons, bless them through me, use me. Still point. A blessing on your intuition. A blessing to create a trusting relationship with your own inner guidance. In this world, many will seek to guide you, like a child, right? They will seek to guide a child. They will hold a torch aloft and show you a road that they will promise you has a destination that is heavenly, or healing, or a home for the spirit in which you will be loved, in which you will finally belong. May this blessing light the torch of your own inner guide, who knows the truth of your soul. May you begin to sense out what is best for you without pride or vain public deliberating. May you simply connect with a light within that is always within you, and from that light shine out, and with that light the glowing radiance of your own intuition, the guide of your own spirit. May the road you take be softly illuminated. There's lots of run-on sentences in this book. May you trust when it takes place, but not force it on another. Tricky. May your own intuition grow in its light until it glows bright when needed, and softens when you feel ready to walk steadily into the direction of your own soul. May you trust that you are becoming who you were born to be and never who another would make you. May this intuition not be shaken by mistakes or misinterpretations, but may you open up the senses you are so gifted with by Spirit that guides us all. And may your own inner wisdom that will be expressed through that innate gift of intuition be given room to blossom. May you be taught well, but not attached to teachers of the intuitive gifts. Hello, YouTube. May you be guided, but never against your own intuitive will. And may you come to understand that the price of walking this way of truth to the self may sometimes be high, but never as high as the giving up of will, element of fire, and spirit and guidance to others. Let yourself be open to the messages from within first, and then allow the world to speak to you through the filter of your own most pure, intuitive gift for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. And it does make sense. A child is allowed to be in conflict and confused about which way to go, what decisions to make. So it's good that you're resting, waiting for some more information to come in, but more tuning into that light of intuition. Why? Because you're anchoring the light. That light is always within you, that unity, that deeper knowledge, higher self, soul, whatever you want to call it, so that you need to ask for help here, right? To get clear on what it is that you really need help with, and to do it with kindness, and to start with that kindness at home with that fruit bat, flying fox, ack-a-cack-cack-cack, right? Be kind to yourself, because you're going to find that there's a blessing on your intuition as you navigate your way through this conflict within yourself. So it does make sense, and if this made sense to you, it will probably make sense to other Cancerians. So please hit the thumbs up, help them find it. It's just how YouTube works. It's mathematical, it's not personal. Hit the thumbs up, it will help other people find it. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, absolutely subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm going to be traveling over the next week, visiting my mom, a Cancerian. Can't wait to see her. So I'm putting these out when they're ready. They could be 2 in the morning. I don't know. Just go with it. And certainly, if you want to come play and go deeper with me, come play Patreon on Patreon. Poof. Patreon.com/drawing the circle. I'm the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, and you can call me Mel, and it is my honor to serve you today. Do the shadow work. Help heal you. Help heal the world for the well-being of all. The very best and the very blessed, my beloved crab cakes. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.